Hey everybody, welcome back to Coupe De Grill. I'm Sherman. We're going to be cooking a pizza today on the smoker, but first, before I open this garage door and let the Arctic winds in here, we got a letter from a fellow chef and YouTube star, Rob, over at Poor Guy with a Blackstone was the name of his channel, and he just recently changed it to Poor Guy Outdoor Cooking because he cooks on more than just a Blackstone. You guys should go check him out. He does a lot of cool different cooks. He does a lot of different comparisons, and he's just got a really great channel, so you guys check him out. But we're going to throw this on the front of our Blackstone right there. Thanks, Rob. I really appreciate the magnet, and as soon as I get mine, you'll be getting one in the mail. We're going to open the door, start up the smoker, and we're going to go in and start making a pizza. And one more shout out before we get to cooking. Thank you, Rhonda and Jeremy, for this awesome microphone. This thing works fantastic. So thank you. This is really helping out a lot. Hey everybody, welcome back to Coupe De Grill. Today we're going to cook a pizza. Nothing goes better with pizza than a beer. So we're going to have one of them when we're making this. So we got a couple packages of great value thin pizza crust. We're going to use both of those. We got ourselves a big pan. Directions on the package say 1/2 cup hot water and 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil. So we've got our 1 cup of hot water and we've got 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. So we're going to get all this mixed up and we're going to put it in the oven for a little bit just to get it par baked before we throw it on the smoker. I've cooked a lot of packaged crusts and homemade crusts, and it always just seems to go better if you throw it in the oven for 5 or 10 minutes just to get a good set on the crust before you throw all the wet sauce and everything else in there. So that's what we're going to do. 2 bags of the pizza mix. 1 cup of hot water. 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. Mix it with a fork. It says 30 strokes. As you can see, I had to get my hands in there a little bit just to get the last of it kneaded in. You don't want to over knead the dough. So now the directions say 5 minutes covered and let it rise. So we're going to do that. Yeah. All right, that's good and covered. Well, that's sitting there. We're going to take a frying pan out. We're going to brown up some Italian sausage. We've got Johnsonville Italian sausage. I went with the sweet sausage just because I like sweet things. So it's been a few more minutes than 5, but we got our sausage browned up. We're going to take this out of the bowl. And actually, first we're going to use some Pam olive oil spray. You want to make sure that you grease your pan. Before you get going, and you don't have to rub it around there or anything when you're pushing the dough around, it'll spread the grease around everywhere. So you should be fine. Here we go. You can get some flour on your hands if you wanted to, but you don't really need to. We're just going to push this around from the center out. And when you're doing this, if you're going to do a stuffed crust like I am, make sure that you're adding a little bit extra crust out to the edge. See how that's a little bit thicker? Can you see that? Mm-hmm. See how that's a little bit thicker out here? And that's by design, just because we are going to be stuffing that. We've got our Crystal Farms string cheese. We got a 14-inch pan here, so it's going to take most of this bag, I think. So you can see that this is straight lines on a round pan. It works better if you use a cake pan or something like that. But what we're going to do here is just snap these in half. Wrap this around and just keep rolling it and get it pushed back into the edge of the pan. we've got some granulated garlic, and we're just going to put that over top. You got your pizza crust. We're going to throw this in the oven. The directions said 475 was the baking temperature. So we're going to throw this in the oven at 475 for 5 minutes and pull it out. And that's going to set the crust. We had some extra, and you guys were so patient. 5-minute timer went off, and we're going to pull this pizza out of the oven. Ooh, look at that. It's already starting to get golden. This is perfect. Right where we want it to be for heading out to the smoker. This is looking really good. We're going to spread some sauce. We got some mushrooms. We got some jalapenos, some pepperoni, and some sausage. We're going to top it with cheese. Since we covered everything in cheese, because that's the way I like to do it, you can kind of see where the sausage is underneath here, but we want to make sure we have a good defined line. If you have people that don't like certain things, you're doing half-style pizzas like this, the trick is to add a different colored cheese. So we're going to add just a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese onto the wife's half. What do you think?
Looks delicious. Oh, grease.
We've got this thing ready to go. We're going to bring it out to the smoker. I've got the smoker set to 275 because with my smoker, 275 is about the last setting that you still get the smoke flavor. So this is not going to cook at 275. It's going to smoke at 275. So we're going to put it on there for about 45 minutes, get a good smoke flavor in there, and then we're going to, because it's winter, we're going to take it off. We're going to throw it in the oven for the last few minutes just to crisp everything up. If this was the summertime, I'd just crank the smoker up, pull this off, let it get up to heat, throw it on there for the last few minutes to crisp everything up. But being that it's January, we're not going to hit those temperatures. You want to make sure that your smoker is good and clean. So I'm going to show you what we did here really quick. I got the aluminum foil changed out so that there's no grease stains or anything on there, because the pizza dough will absorb all those other smells. You don't want that. So this goes on here. Close the lid. Smoking blanket. Tuck it in. There we go. We're going to go in. We're going to set a timer for a half an hour. We're going to come back out, see what it looks like then. Probably going to be about 45 minutes before we pull it off the smoker. Then you want to get the cheese good and melted before you take it off, and crank up the temperature on your smoker if you're doing it in the summertime, or throw it in the oven if you're doing it in the winter like we are. So it's been on for about 45 minutes. We came out and checked it out, and it's looking pretty good. Look at that. So it's definitely not done yet, but we're going to get it in the oven at the 475 that the directions recommended. We're going to add a little bit to it before we do that, so we'll go inside and check it out. So we've got some onion and garlic butter from Silver Creek Farms that we melted, and we are going to baste the crust with. That was just about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of the onion garlic butter. So we just melted it, put it on there. That's all this needs. It smells amazing already. All we're trying to do is crisp up the crust just a little bit. So we're throwing it back in the oven. We're going to check it at 5 minutes and see what it needs after that. That is how we make pizza here at Coupe De Grill. Check this out. This thing looks awesome. And that was about 5 more minutes in the oven just to get it all crisped up, which it absolutely did. Man, this thing smells amazing. So we're going to go enjoy our dinner. Thanks for joining us today at Coupe De Grill. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the page. Leave a comment. Let us know how you guys like to make your pizzas.
You look sexy and spectacular.
Thanks.
You know why you don't want to overeat it?
Why?
Because it's needless.
No, I don't want to talk about the smoker.
Oh, I like the smoker. Why didn't you want to talk about it?
'Cause that thing.
Oh, wow. That's just rude. Just
Alexa.
waiting for the rest.
Turn off music. Holy. So, she is sassy sometimes. All right. So anyways,